Happy Monday, everybody. Yes, it's Monday. Happy Monday. Let me get my screen set up here. Yeah, I've been a little busy this morning. Sorry, I'm a little late. We have a class today and had to answer a lot of texts about it. So anyway, I'm here. Let's go over the stats. Oh my goodness. 0.98 months of inventory. We are down again in single family homes to 2,769. I was thinking, I'm a very much numbers person, and I give you these statistics every day for a reason. And that is because all of a sudden if we are aware that things are trending a different direction, then we can alter perhaps, how many phone calls we make a day, what we're doing, whether we're reaching out to out of state agents for referrals. So when we follow the stats, it really is, it's every day we see a little bit of a change. And of course, this past year we've seen, or this year, the past month, I should say, January, sorry, we've seen that the single family homes are going down. Let's see, good morning. Let's say good morning to my friends. There's Leslie. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Leslie. And there's Frank. Good morning and happy February. Yes. Claudia, good morning. Good morning. And Linda, hi. So good to see you. I bet you're rocking and rolling. Linda's a great listing agent. So what I'm saying is, and I put my arrows. We listed 102 over the weekend, which is really good because we need the listings. We put 82 under contract, and then Friday we had 101 closings. So the closings and the just listed are just about right there. So it doesn't seem like our inventory is going to change that much. The volume, though, is changing. We were like $730 million worth of volume today. Oh my gosh, Deborah. It is Anetta's birthday. Where is she? Anetta. I love Anetta. Just saw her Friday. Thursday and Friday, actually. It was a great week to see everybody. So we're doing about 106 homes a day, and the volume is 730 million just this year to date, different than last year. So the volume for the total 31 days was 2,257 million. That's unbelievable. That is just unbelievable. I mean, 2,876 transactions. We were like 523 transactions ahead of last year. And last year started out terrific. So I know we had a booming December of 2019 if we go back in the stats, but January kept up the pace pretty well. So I want to talk a little bit today about new homes. And let's see, let me get my act together here. Put this down. Yes. No, I just want to put it down, hide it. There we go. Okay, so let's look here. We have some stats or some information. Now, Dennis Smith does the home builders research he used to do it every month. Dennis Smith did. Now his son Andrew does. And I'm just saying that Dennis had my writing. I liked his writing style. Andrew's pretty much just straight statistics, not a lot of opinion, where Dennis had more of opinion. And over the years, I mean, Dennis was doing it for years and years and years. As long as I can remember, I have been subscribing to him. But anyway, so Andrew says when the economy was limping along a decade or so ago, Las Vegas home building market was barely breathing. Okay, fine. We know that, right? 2006. There's Aaron, Monday motivational. Monday motivation. Here we go. Yes, Monday motivation. So home sales had evaporated, right? And builders had filed for bankruptcy, and unfinished condo projects had been abandoned by their developers. This information is probably going to show up in one of my blogs that goes out, the Las Vegas Market Watch. And I'll probably go out today or tomorrow to your clients. And I'll put a little spin on it. I'm not going to open up with the way they opened up. I kind of put the good news first. So, but today the economy is battered again, albeit for very different reasons, but our home building industry has heated up. So I would say that in a more upbeat way, but that's okay. Builders landed more than 11,000 net sales. I mean, that's incredible. Newly signed sales contracts minus cancellations last year. So that is the most since 2007. So why are we doing that? Well, because we don't have a lot of inventory. And our inventory, I've been in town here since 1987, and the new homes started booming, gosh, in the early 90s. And they have just been booming. We used to sell 4,000 new homes a month, everybody. I mean, back then there was 400,000 people here. Now there's 2 million. So you know that they had to live somewhere, and that's what happened. So Linda says lots of new home builders incentives too. Yes, but Linda, here's what we're finding out. Great that you made that comment, because a lot of the builders now are pulling back on their commissions. They're saying they don't need us. And with low inventory, they're probably right. I mean, we've seen this before. If you've been in town long enough, you've known that the builders did pull back in the mid 90s, paying us commissions. And some builders would pay like a $250 referral fee, or $500 or $750. It varied among the different builders. So I'm just saying to everybody that, you probably need to, and maybe I'll get somebody on it to research, what's going on here, because you want to, I mean, you correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Lennar is, here's one. Oh, here's good, Debbie. Good. This is the information that we want to share with everybody. So if you know anything like this, please share it. So Debbie had a buyer, a new Beazer home, 3 years old, a model, 3 years old, and they are giving you 3% commission. Hallelujah. Congratulations. Yeah, that's one of those, right? We wanted to close. Cool. Very good. Good. And yeah, Debbie, good. So we know that Beazer at least is paying commission on their model homes. So that's what we have to do a little research on, and maybe we'll get somebody to make some phone calls. And that was just yesterday. Cool. Good. That's good to know. We need to know, and you have to be careful, because you can't steer people. I mean, there's a big Department of Justice, DOJ lawsuit going on right now about commissions and things like that, antitrust. So we have to be very careful. Here's a little chart, Frank. D.R. Horton's paying 3%. Good to know. Thank you. Anybody else out there, please chime in, because we need to know these things. And Frank, I know that you probably are aware that the lawsuit that's going on between, and I don't know who is the plaintiff is, but they're suing the 4 big real estate franchises: Berkshire, let's see, Remax. Oh, my mind went blank. Keller Williams, Berkshire, Remax, and I'm missing one. I think it's Coldwell, but I'm not positive. Reology. Those 4. So they're suing them for antitrust, saying that, and I'm going to keep saying this because I want you all to really think about this for a reason. So they're saying that the seller cannot pay the buyer's agent, because that buyer's competing against the seller, which is, I guess, in some of the antitrust verbiage, that's antitrust. So you can't pay somebody that's competing against you. And there must be something in the law that creates some kind of a, I don't know what they call it. I'm sorry, I'm just not an attorney, but I do believe, that I do believe that we're going to see some changes here. Frank says America West and Lennar pays only $500. So there you go. Thank you, Frank, for that. Thank you so much. I have to put you on my payroll. Give me all this good information. Thank you. So anyway, so the antitrust is going to come down here pretty soon. So Jimmy Dague and I are creating a class to delve deeper into buyer representation, because one of these days it's possible that you have to get paid from your buyer. Now, the new homes give you a referral. So that's a little different, but like we're saying here, they're already reducing that referral fee. Deborah, you said there was a commission, but theoretically it's a referral, right? Because you don't represent You don't represent your buyer, they do. So new homes are a little different animal, and we're going to have to get down to the nitty gritty of the facts here, on who's like America West and Lennar only paying 500, and Bs are paid 3% referral on a model home. So we need to get down to the nitty gritty and find out who's paying what. And like I said, Jimmy and I are going to be doing we're in the process right now of developing the class. Excuse me. I think it's going to be the contracts class on buyer brokerage, because we see it coming. And so we're going to try to be proactive and create a class around that, because it could get pretty stiff out there. Now, I'm not so sure how, if it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, it's a duck. That's the way the law and the IRS and people in those higher up places we have to deal with. And I'm saying that because if you're the seller's agent and you want to pay a referral, well, you're getting 3%. I don't know where that's going to head. But if I'm buying a $500,000 home, I don't know that I want to pay the buyer's agent $15,000 or $10,000 if I can go direct to the seller's agent and not pay anything. So I don't know, folks. I'm just throwing these thoughts out here. I'm just kind of brainstorming with you a little bit. Linda Eden, she's going to tell us here, Richmond America pays 3% and 8 to 10 toward buyer's closing costs when using their lender. So that's good to know, Richmond America. Okay, so we need to watch these people that are paying 3%. Right. And Frank said in Italy, the buyer has to pay the realtor commission 4%. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So it happens everywhere. Good morning. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Annetta. Happy birthday to you. I hope I got the day right. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, we have fun, don't we? Okay, so let's see what else is going on. We know that the net sales last year were incredible. They were 8,000, I think, around in 2020, and they jumped up tremendously, 20%. And here we got Philip Morris. Call for Philip Morris. Hi, Philip. I guess you get tired of people saying that. Good to see you. Good to see you. So for closed transaction, the median sales of the new homes locally was 415,000 in October, above the previous all-time high of 411,000, which was in August, excuse me. And the coronavirus pandemic has devastated, of course, we know this, the tourism industry, and sparked huge job losses. However, the Valley's home building market, however, has been boosted, and here's why. The tight availability of resales, that's their number one. The newcomers moving here, especially from California, and above all, record low mortgage rates. And like we've been saying all the time, we have got just a real perfect storm here. And I keep preaching that you guys have got to take advantage of this as much as possible. So the shrunken borrowing costs have let people, or at least those who can still afford to buy a house, lock in lower monthly payments and stretch their budgets. So here, put on your thinking caps with me, because I was thinking about this over the weekend. And I might have mentioned it Saturday or maybe even Friday. Days go by so quickly. The $15 minimum wage. And Frank, I know you probably know this. Is that a fact yet, or is that what's coming? Is that been an executive order? I'm not sure, but it's coming. The $15 minimum wage. And I think that's a state issue, but I think Florida enacted it. But my point is, everybody, for saying that, that's going to give more buying power to people in Las Vegas, especially in Las Vegas. We're very different. We're very different. Our industry is different. And that $15, there's 2,080 work hours in a month. So if you take 15 times 2,080, it's about 36,000, I believe. I've got my handy calculator here. Let me just do that for a second. Whoops, 15, 30, 30, 31,000. So if you take that times 2 for a working household in Las Vegas, that's 62,000. And so they can possibly, let me do some little bit more math here. divided by 4, 5,200 a month. So if they don't have a lot of bills, they can pretty much afford 1,300 a month for their mortgage, principal, interest, and expenses. And with the low home costs and the low interest rates, I mean, in the $400,000 range, they could afford a home where maybe they couldn't before. And I don't know, and if anybody else is connected with a casino worker, I think they were getting minimum wage plus tips, which averaged, I want to say, $18 to $20 an hour. So if that bumps up to 15, what's that going to do to the casino owners? What's it going to do to the small business owners? We have all those things are going on here. So, there's some rumbling there that may change our market. We'll see. It might equal out too. The people that can afford to pay people $15 an hour, they up it from 14 to 15 now, and that just puts them over the edge to where they can afford to buy a home. We'll see, right? We'll see. So let's see. They're saying here, this is Anders talking. So Kevin Orrick, Las Vegas regional president for Summerlin, developer for Howard Hughes, indicated that home sales are up more than 40% year over year in this 22,500 acre master plan community. And somebody said the other day, how many new, I think it was probably Frank, he's my statistician here. I think he was saying how many new home developments there are in Summerlin right now. It's amazing. And Karen, good morning. Happy Monday. Glad to see you. And we have Teresa. Yeah, I know. Exactly. Yeah, we're going to see some changes. Definitely going to see some changes. It's coming. And the Las Vegas, just to continue with what Andrew said, he says Las Vegas housing market was initially hit with a burst of turbulence when the coronavirus outbreak sparked sweeping business shutdowns and other closures. Buyers got cold feet, and there were sales cancellations briefly, and that surged and the volume of deals plunged, but that was just temporarily. And Kent Lay of the Woodside Homes said that when the pandemic hit, he set out to protect the sales that were already in the pipeline and stopped breaking ground on new homes. But we all know that was like so temporary, right? I mean, it really was. It was very temporary. So a lot of things going on there that, whoops, let me go back here a little bit. A lot of things. And this was the headline in the RJ. It said, market for new homes in Las Vegas grew in 2020 despite pandemic. And then it goes on to talk about the things that we just talked about. So yeah, interesting. Well, moving right along here, I put an item of value in the group. And I'm always looking for things that you can send to people that are going to retire. You can post this on, you can email it. You can post it on social media, especially maybe Target, California. And you're adding value, do a little video about it. And like we talked about last week, if you were watching, I mean, this is you can read it. And if you're doing it on your phone, there's a way to do a live video where whatever you're showing people, and did I print that out? Sometimes I do. Oh, I did. Okay. So what if you're doing a little video and you're showing people this, and then you're saying click below to get it, right? And then you put this in your website under a special page, then they can go and look at it and download it. This is really cool because you're attracting the people who are not necessarily affected so much by, what's going on. We have 30%, the last time I looked, 30% of our population is people that are retiring. So if you reach out to these places where people are moving from, and you're going to see more and more people moving from California. 20,000 businesses in Los Angeles are gone forever. And those people have decisions to make. When crisis happens, people are faced with making decisions. Do I stay here in California? Do I move to a more friendly environment? And Las Vegas has always been a friendly environment. We have the Nevada Development Authority that is just an amazing company, because they reach out to, they're constantly out there pulling businesses here because of our really healthy, friendly business climate. So you're going to have people making decisions here. So I'm looking for items of value so that you can, let's see, Teresa has something to say. I spoke to a Facebook marketing rep this morning, and I have an appointment. They gave me helpful hints, and will give me more next week. Yes, and one of the things, I've talked to Facebook lately too, Teresa, and one of the things that they're really pushing is custom audiences. And so I had my meeting, I think, on last Thursday or Friday, Wednesday maybe. I'm looking for something here, everybody, so Mari, my mentor, did a whole video series about custom audiences and lookalike audiences. Lookalike audiences on Facebook. I mean, that's a wonderful thing. They're giving you what, they have all the information. So if you've got an audience that's looked at your videos, now you can go in and you can see where you're, you know the insights. I need to slow down here because I get excited about these things. Anyway, there's insights. Well, now when you go in to create an audience, it'll tell you how many people looked at your videos for how long. So you can pick, like if you have a 30-second video, you might not want the people that watched it 3 seconds, but you might want the people that watched it for 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 10 seconds, right? A third of it anyway. So you'll be able to take those people, create a custom audience, and at the same time create a lookalike audience. So what Facebook does is say, hey, if this group of people were interested in what Teresa's live video said today, we can go find other people with the same demographics. And now you've got twice as many people that you can put these things out to. This is huge. Regardless of what went on with Facebook and the politics and all that stuff, I don't care. There's still people on social media, on Facebook especially. So let's see, did you say something else? No. They reached out because I've been working on they must have seen me doing this. Oh yes, Facebook they're looking for people you should feel really good about this. They're looking for people who they think are going to utilize them. And I know that we had several people take our Facebook ad class, and we're going to revisit that, everybody, because those ads do generate leads, and those leads are people that you can create lookalike audiences for. And I think that we need to do that. There's so many things to do, not enough time. I really have to tell you that. Happy birthday, Annetta. Yes. Yeah. Happy birthday. So, lots of stuff. And open houses. This is a fantastic time to have open houses. We did an open house in Red Rock. Now, Red Rock's a little more complicated. It's a gated community, so on and so forth. But people were coming here. Do you know there's only 14 available homes in Red Rock Country Club out of 1,200 homes? Normally, there was like 30 to 40. So these California people were coming in and buying. And I think Diane John's assistant did an open house at one of John's listings, and 6 to 8 people came. And one, it just takes one, right, was really interested. And it's a little bit more work to do the gated communities, but, people were finding their way to them. And a lot of it is preparation. You need to really get out there and prepare. And what you can do is, prepare for 2 weeks for the open house if you want to have successful open houses. And this is what Erin Mills was saying on Saturday when she was on the show. If you didn't watch the show, she gave you a lot of good tips. She actually has a brochure that she gives people when they walk in the door. And then in our Buffini class, Buffini showed when people come into an open house how, he asks them certain questions. Please register, for security reasons. And people said, well, security, what do you mean security? Well, I represent the seller, and I just want to make sure that I'm getting the names of the people who are coming in to see their house. And they'll appreciate that. They will appreciate that. And Linda says, yes, gearing up for her red carpet open house, Vegas events, and more. Yeah, I mean, you're going to find the buyers there. And, you just, if you're going to do it, make up your mind to do it on a consistent basis. And I understand if you don't want to do the gated communities, as long as you can find some other open houses to do, because the buyers are coming there, and the price point. That was my other point. If you're going to do open houses, up your price point. Do over 500,000, because the people from California, when I tell you that there's normally 30 to 40 listings in Red Rock Country Club, where the average price is $1 million plus, and now there's only 14 out of those 40 that we had at the beginning of the year, and there was listings that sold in the meantime. So the trend is that the California people were coming with money to buy more expensive homes. So, and you saw the volume too, and the volume we said was 4 billion this year so far. That's telling us something. That's like almost 700 million over last January. People are buying more expensive homes. And yes, we had more sales, but when you dissect the numbers, people are buying more expensive homes. They're coming from California, the interest rates are low, all those things we talked about, and it's time to go. It's time to go. Love the show today. Today we're having a class. Let's see if I always miss it when Jimmy's not here, because I have to get all this stuff together. And normally when he talks, I get it done, but I don't know. Let's see. Today. It's not too late. You can go to B.Vegas and sign up for our ethics class. Did you cross the line? It's really a good class. Jimmy, he always makes it interesting. And then on Thursday, everybody, we're not having our social media class because we have a negotiating tactics class from 2 to 5. And these are both 3 CE credits. This is general. The negotiating class is general, but I'm telling you what, it is a ton of information. Jimmy has, he's a Chris Voss fan who wrote he was a negotiator for the FBI, or I think the FBI, and all the way to all the great marketeers that are into negotiating. So anyway, it's a great class. I can't say enough good things about it. But today, if you need an ethics class, this qualifies for all your ethics across the board, including the LVR biennial. So Monday, today, 2 to 5, sign up, B.Vegas, or Thursday on the 4th from 2 to 5, negotiating tactics. And when we have an afternoon class, we always do happy hour. So come and join us. I will see everybody soon. And I love you all. Sorry it was late today, but we got through it. Bye-bye. Have a wonderful day.